Rod Walker, sports columnist for the Times-Picayune, the New Orleans Advocate, kind enough to join us this morning. Rod, good morning. Thanks for joining us. What's the local reaction here with Drew Brees from yesterday?
I think you sort of saw it all over social media yesterday. What you saw the other athletes across the country saying, those are the same sentiments here in New Orleans. In fact, they had a protest here. They're still protesting here in New Orleans, and there was some chants of F Drew Brees, and they didn't say F. They said what F stands for. And I would have never imagined that you'd hear those chants in the city of New Orleans. I mean, you know how beloved Drew Brees is here, so that tells you, just how frustrated people were with hearing his remarks on yesterday.
Do you think he's being unfairly attacked in this city?
No, because I think the timing of it, and it's funny you mentioned when you saw the article yesterday how you thought it was an old article. That's exactly what I thought too. Someone sent me the link to it. I said, this must be from 2017, and it wasn't. It was from yesterday morning, and I was just shocked because of there was some that's being tone deaf. I mean, if you look at what's been going on in this country for the past 10 days, I mean, it's pretty clear that we have a problem, and the whole world is out there protesting and basically crying for help. And it's almost like he just dismissed all of that with what he said on yesterday.
Yeah, I think if there had been mention of Minneapolis and George Floyd to go along with his look, we don't have to agree. We don't agree. But that's the beauty of this country. We get that opportunity to not agree. I think the lack of public awareness is what hurt Drew Brees here. And if you start with, it's unbelievable, it's shocking, it's a shame that a man died in front of us, George Floyd, and what these protests and all those things. And then if you talk about your stance on the flag, okay, at least you soften that a little bit to have perspective there. And I was just surprised because Drew Brees is as media savvy as any athlete in America here. And it was, it was disheartening because I do have great respect for him. I was just surprised. The teammates coming out, though, Rod, that Michael Thomas, Malcolm Jenkins, how do you recover from that if you're Drew Brees?
I think he took the first step this morning, just by apologizing. But I don't think this is a quick fix. I think this is like getting cheated on by your girlfriend or something. It takes some time to heal, and I think he's going to, I think it's going to take him some time. And I think the players may accept him quicker than the fans will, just because the players, at least they'll get a chance to be around him every day, and they'll see if he's genuine and if they believe in him or not. Fans only see Drew Brees on Sundays, so for them, it'll be for the fans who were disappointed. It'll take some time for them to get back on the Drew Brees train.
If I said you could sit down and ask Drew one question, what would it be?
I think that question would probably just be, what are you going to do to show that, that your apology was sincere?
And I don't know what you can do. There's nothing magical because now it's not words, it's actions. And he has shown a willingness to help this community. The view nationally is he was there and he stepped up and he donated money and he's Mr. New Orleans. And I don't know if he recaptures that, but it feels like there's a little bit of work that's left to be done. And I don't know if I was his business partner, marketing agent, PR person, I don't know what advice I would give Drew Brees right now.
I don't either. Again, I think it's just going to be something that takes a lot of time. I think the step that he took today with his apology, he didn't apologize for hurting people. He apologized because he sounded like he really thought he was wrong. And, you just got to hope that people believe in what you're saying. And again, it's his actions. Drew's done more for this city than most people that have ever come through here. I mean, he's the most beloved athlete to ever come through New Orleans. And, he gets some credit for that. And that's something that people definitely take into account. But it's still it'll always be in the back of people's mind, I think. And, 10, 15 years from now, when we're talking about Drew Brees, you have to wonder if people are going to have that, but that might be part of his mark.
Rod, good to visit with you. We appreciate your time as always. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
That's Rod Walker, sports columnist of the Times-Picayune.